Hello everyone, welcome to Fiaura, and today we are discussing Battlefleet Gothic, the Eldar. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm disappointed. The orcs are so heavily fleshed out, the chaos is so heavily fleshed out, the Imperials are really, really nicely fleshed out. This game is supposed to go live on Thursday. And next week we will be starting our Let's Play series of it. However, where do I begin? For a start, they only have one cruiser. The Shadow. There are no other cruisers. None. They just don't exist. And there are no other cruisers. They just don't exist. And that annoys me. I expected more variety from the Eldar, and we don't get it. More importantly, their light cruisers have these things called prow pulsars. While they are amazing as far as damage output goes, they are only activatable via a special ability. They do not fire normally. In addition to this, the Eldar have no broadside weapons. All of their weapons are frontally mounted, or they launch aircraft. And their regular cruisers don't even have the aircraft. Now, I haven't played up to the battlecruiser or the battleship yet. This is more kind of a first look and a first impressions. Let's go over their characteristics. Their hulls, for a start, are weaker than everyone else's. Even reinforced, the hull of the light cruiser is only 500. The hull of the Imperial cruiser is 600. The hull of the light cruiser on the orcs is 700. Their regular cruisers are 600. They have less armor. And they also have this fragile trait, which increases risks of critical by 100%. Ouch. They don't have shields, they have hollow fields, which absorb damage based upon how quickly the ship is moving, which means you have to constantly keep these ships mobile. The problem becomes that all of their weapons are only on the front. You don't have broadside weapons. Now, the hollow fields with upgrades can go up to 90% hit absorption, which basically means 90% of the shots that hit the ship don't do any damage. They will not absorb torpedoes, tactical launch craft, or ramming. Only regular macro weapons and lance weapons will be absorbed by the hollow fields. The next Eldar trait is their accuracy. They're more accurate than everyone else. But none of their weapons actually have 9,000 ranges on their own. They're all 6,000s. So you still have to get close. Now, their weapons do have a higher than normal critical hit chance. And they do come disciplined, which means it's extremely unlikely, unlike the orcs where it's very likely, it's extremely unlikely they will actually run away. And they also aren't as taunted as long whenever they're taunted by the enemy. They also have solar sails. And based upon the number of sails on the ship, indicates how much damage their engines can take before they actually slow down to next to nothing. So long as they have at least one solar sail, they can keep using their maximum acceleration ability. They do not have, however, the thrusters that the Imperial Navy or the Chaos have. They instead only have maximum thrusters and regular speed. They do, however, have much better turning rates and a higher overall top speed. Moving to their upgrades, or their skills that they can take. They can take something to overload the hollow fields, thereby increasing the absorption damage by 100% for 10 seconds, which means you can actually sit still and bombard targets. They can also take reinforced wraithbone, which temporarily increases their frontal armor. Only their frontal armor, but it does not bring their frontal armor up to the frontal armor of everyone else. They're still only 45. Ouch. Still means you get hit, it hurts. However, the frontal armor does become considered as super heavy, but it doesn't count for ramming. You do not want to ram with these ships or be rammed. You will explode. They get the regular damage that everyone else has, the disruption and the plasma bomb. They get the disrupt augmenter and the stasis bomb. They get the ability to launch fighters. Every ship can be equipped with fighters to help defend it against torpedoes and solid projectile weapons that can be shot down by fighter craft. They also get taunt. They get the standard recon that everyone else gets, but their maneuver category has one change. Vol's maneuver. They can choose to instantly do a 180-degree turn and just go the opposite direction instantly, which is kind of nice. But upgrade-wise, they have the Dragon Sail, which actually increases their speed by 75 instead of 50, making the fastest fleet in the game faster. They also come with belt armor, something the Chaos and Imperials don't get. But otherwise, they don't get anything else that really sets them apart. Excuse me. I apologize. They do have they do have something that can decrease the fragile ability to 1.5 times instead of 2 times the likelihood of taking a critical hit, but it's kind of an all or nothing type of fleet. Your troop value is lower than everyone else's, by the way, at 50. Everyone else gets 60s. In addition to this, you only get 9 defense turrets and 12 versus everyone else getting more, I think. Do they get more? Anyway. This means that your self-defense capability is really low against boarding, and you're really not very good at boarding either. Now, favors. This ship has the Alatoic favor, which grants it the Pathfinder Webway Assault. A Ranger Strike team can cause an instant critical hit even when the shield is active. However, this does not mean you can use it at the start of the battle. It has to wait 5 minutes before you can use it. They also get the ability that so long as they aren't moving, they are considered hidden, not even appearing as a blip. So if you were to, say, give this ship an upgrade where it extended the range of its guns, it could sit outside of people's detection range and just bombard. The next favor goes to Bal 10, which is basically favor of Cain. You get the same effective favor everyone else gets for assault, and you get a plus 20 to your troop value, raising your troop value to be slightly higher than everyone else, to be 10 higher than everyone else's base troop value. If you were to upgrade the skill, I believe there's a skill. No, there's not. It only increases it against cancel warps. But if you were to actually go into crew and fully max out their Blade Swarm troops, you could bring this up to 82. 82 is great and all, but everyone else can pretty much still beat you in boarding actions. I.e., if they have a Mark of Nurgle, they're automatically going to beat your maximum because the Mark of Nurgle will bring them from 60 to 80. Just in general, everyone else is going to beat you in boarding no matter what you do. You have the... I actually don't have this one equipped to anyone yet. Actually, you know what? We could equip it to this one. But you have the Siam Han, which gives you Phantom Disruption. You can kill someone's sensors completely, and you, as long as you remain hidden, your normal attack does your attacks do 50% extra damage. However, it's not really useful on this ship because this ship doesn't have a normal attack. It only has special attacks. Which brings us to the Uthway. I hope I pronounced that right. The Maelstrom, which does shitloads of damage. You can actually pin somebody down in a stasis bomb, which is what I'm going to try to do in this video, and then inflict damage over time to all the ships in it. It's a huge Maelstrom of death. They also have Psychic Blockade, which means that enemy teleportation is disrupted and you gain a plus 30 troop value against lightning strikes. Since you don't have shields, by the way, you can be lightning striked at any time. Fair warning. So let's see what the game rolls for us to go to Battle 2 to give you guys some footage of how these ships work in actual combat. And we're going to get an Assassination Defender. Oh joy. Now, the problem also with Eldar ships is they're incredibly expensive. Incredibly expensive. I have my Uthrine and I have my Adiak, okay. They're incredibly expensive. Even their escorts are really expensive to deploy. And so you were constantly left with a question of, do I actually deploy this or not? I'm actually going to bring an escort frigate who has 15 prow-mounted strike cannons. So here's our little fleet. Look at all those strike cannons on that little ship. Now, the cruisers have 3 solar sails, whereas the light cruisers either have 2 or 3. I imagine bigger ships are the ones that have 4. I have to protect my cruiser in this battle, which you're going to see me manage to do, hopefully correctly. We're going to position you in a nebula, along with you, and we're going to position you in between. Up, nope. Even the nebula does not shield him from the spotting. Now, there's a lot of potential hate here that could come my way, and I know it. But what I do know is that if we can get this ship into range with its stasis bomb, we can shut this down real quick. So we're going to start the stasis bomb, and as soon as the stasis bomb goes off, we're going to start the maelstrom. Come on, come on, come on. Let loose. Now we need to move, and we need to stay constantly moving. Look how fast these things can accelerate, by the way. They are gone if they don't want to be there. We have found the enemy. Setting sail. Now the pulsar weapon is I'm finding is very difficult to aim, because it only fires in a straight line, and you basically have to wait for the ship to face the enemy. But then you can wreck their shit. We're going to brace for impact and try to do some repairs. You are going to fix yourself as much as you can, and you need to be moving. You need to be moving as well. Oh shit. I'm going to hit the accelerator, but it's not really going to help us here. We need to reload. Now as you can see, they can still dodge the pulsars. Relatively easily, might I add. And they can't dodge those, and if those hit, that's a dead ship. Now, as you can see, the hollow field is just blocking all of this fire. Like, no questions asked, just blocking it. It makes these ships incredibly difficult to destroy so long as they stay mobile and not in an asteroid field. And they have a really quick recharge time on their hyper accelerator mode. However, if you can stay behind them, they can't really hurt you. As much as they would try. I mean, we can't really hurt him very effectively either, which is the annoying part. The hollow field is just blocking the entire pulsar shot that I just fired. I got 14 seconds till I can warp out. And I don't think I'm going to make it, because of how vulnerable these ships actually are. So we're going to try to warp out. My hollow fields are going to drop, and I'm going to take massive damage. As you can see, every single shot is just devastatingly effective, and the ship might actually die. Look how quick it's dying. Oh, thank God. Yeah. A ram would have easily killed one of these ships. Now, I didn't show you the full Eldar capability because that was an assassination defender. I kind of want to show you guys a little bit more footage of these guys so you can understand what I'm talking about when I say they are incredibly fragile. I want to show one getting hit by a ram, because I have lost several I haven't lost any battles yet, but I have lost several ships to just grazing hits, doing half their hit points and damage instantly. So, Let's take a look at another round. See if I can get something besides Assassination Defender so you guys can see what these ships can do. And see if I can get somebody besides other Eldar to face. No, I'm facing other Eldar. It is Assassination Attacker. That's not very helpful. Again, these are really expensive and not proving to be the most effective. I could see an Orc fleet ripping these guys apart. I could see an Imperial fleet also, or a Chaos fleet particularly, because the Chaos fleet will try to stay out of range. So you're constantly having to move back into range. Now the hollow fields are really effective at protecting you, but only so long as your engines work. The moment your engines fail,
we have found the enemy.
You're in a world of hurt. Let me select my ships. Where's the found one? There's the found one over here by himself.
To the void with you.
Now, one of the advantages is you can hit this and you don't reveal yourself. It's really nice on paper.
As you wish.
We're going to save our
Brace for incoming fire.
ability to warp away. We're going to fire out.
Until the end.
And as you can see, they maintain their target. Oh shit!
The Eldar stand ready.
That was friendly ramming damage.
Setting sail.
I fucked that up royally.
Until the end.
I'm not getting any hits yet,
To the void with you.
which is one of the huge issues I'm having. So we're going to drop a stasis bomb. And as he turns away, we're going to drop that.
Yes, Commander.
Now that will do damage to my own ships.
The void is our home now.
Come on. Look how fast these things can maneuver. That's one of the advantages, is how fast they can get from point A to point B. The disadvantage being that a ram is basically going to kill you.
We ride the solar winds.
Fire torpedoes at them.
Yes, Commander.
Ooh! Well, I wrecked him, but I wrecked myself too. Okay, we need to target her engines to keep her in place. Oh, we don't need to stop moving. Stopping moving is death.
Setting sail. Until the end.
I think I'm actually going to commit suicide to make sure we kill this.
Yes, Commander, we obey.
Dodge those. That's a nice hit.
Swiftly. Move at full speed.
Come on, we got to catch it.
Yes, Commander.
Can we catch them all? Got to catch them all.
We ride the solar winds.
Come on, catch him.
Until the end.
There it is, Pulsar got him. But yeah, a single ram, a single misstep, and your ship is shredded to pieces. So it's really about getting the Eldar to screw up. As soon as they screw up, you can rip them apart. Absolutely destroy their ships. And even accidental rams. Half my health, gone. Just gone. And there's nothing I can do about it. And the sheer lack of ship variety here is really, truthfully, the biggest disappointment. I mean, and also basically the first upgrade you have to put on all of these is hull reinforcement and a bone singer, because you need to be able to repair quicker, and you also kind of need more hit points just to keep up with, you know, non-Eldar fleets. I faced an Orc fleet in this and almost lost. It's just how they are, and I can't describe it any other way. And ships like this that only have special abilities for attacks, Spirit Stones are basically your only option, because Master Gunner isn't going to help you. So, that's what I have to say about them. This is definitely not the fleet for me. Somebody else might enjoy this particular fleet. I don't. And these are the reasons why. It feels too fragile. No broadside weapons at all. And a huge reliance on special abilities and being able to just outrun your opponent or outmaneuver them when in fact, by the way, you can't outrange most opponents. You're going to have to get close. So, that's what I have to say about them. Hope you guys had a good time and enjoyed this first look at the Eldar. We are going to be doing a Let's Play of this entire game, by the way. We're going to be playing through the campaign. But let's go take a look, if you guys would like. Here's the previous video, the first look at the Orcs. Matter of fact, it's the Orcish battleship, I believe, is in that video. As well as, if you would like to see more stuff by me, Fiaura, you can subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can do so through Patreon, or you can click on the ad at the end of the video and go check out this video's sponsor. Lastly, I would really, truly appreciate it if you would take your Orcish ship, press the big red button, and ram the hell out of the like button. Please? Anyway, that's all I have to say this time around. I'll see all of you, hopefully, in the next video. Bye-bye. And that ability right there just boosted everyone's boarding capabilities by giving them an extra boarding assault action when you do boarding. Oh, you have less control over them, by the way, when it comes to them rebelling and just generally getting